Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to. Cass has no self control. Um, purchased using money I received for doing designs for somebody. I purchased The Bad End Theater. I am, first of all, a theater kid at heart. Second of all, a big Markiplier fan. And third of all, I love choose your own adventure stories. And this, first of all, was played by Markiplier. Second of all, is about theater. And third of all, is a choose your own adventure. So, here we are. And I'm actually really excited. Let's get started. I'm excited. Welcome to the Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. I need to click. I did the arrow on accident. You'll make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths. It is way too loud in my ear for me to focus. Unlocking darker and darker paths in all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. Love that. But first, allow me to explain how this works. How it works, sorry. To begin the tutorial, select which doll you would like. You are the demon doll. Yeah, that sounds about right. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. Yeah? How will you interact with the human doll? Play nice. What the fuck? You try to make friends with the human doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. You found your very first bad ending, and don't worry, the story need not end here. What the fuck? Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. Okay. I am the human doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Is he just gonna kill me? Play nice. Oh. Hey! Look at that. You and the demon doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Okay. Now that you know the story... now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. Okay. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during your last playthrough. Oh, okay. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay them from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Fun! This has gotten better and better since I started. Oh, I clicked the backlog on it. I left-clicked. No, I right-clicked, I'm sorry. Now try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes. I'm sorry. I skipped the line. How will you interact with the human doll? I will attack it. You both attacked each other at once and die together. End tutorial. Reset the stage. You control the human doll, you're a friendly little guy, just minding his own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? I will. Play nice. Oh no, the demon doll killed me. There we go, we've seen all the outcomes. Everyone here knows that I'm a completionist at heart, so we're gonna do that. You try to make friends with the demon doll, but it kills you. How unfortunate. End tutorial. I'm done. Do you understand how to play? Yes, I do. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Magnificent! Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Ooh! Oh, they're so cute! Ooh, I wanna start with the Overlord. Yee. Okay, you are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal, anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone. But they never do. So this little heart makes me think she's possibly a succubus? Maybe? Perhaps? You're still new to the whole Overlord thing, if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. Yeah. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place, guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? That's a good question. I want to grant them the day off. Why not? You tell them to take the... I swear I'm not an idiot. You tell them to take a break from the... from the stifling castle atmosphere. I'm literally just trying to do voices, so this is not boring, and I'm fucking myself over here. And refreshing their dark soul, a day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today. She looks so chill. Bruh. So you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. Ah, yes, frustration. You awake to a huge commotion outside. What the McFuck? A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? What the hell, guy? You rush out to the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him, and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero. But he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. No! With decisive swings, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control, that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by the darkness. Conquered Overlord. That's what I start with? Man, fuck this shit. You were the Overlord, yep. Tell them to get back to work. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Tell them to get back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy Overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick, just another one of your amazing talents as the Overlord. You awake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering all of your soldiers. Yep. Same shit. Okay, what if we play the Underling? You are a demon Underling. In service of the Overlord, I don't know how to speak. I'm so glad you can go back, because I'm an idiot. You are a demon Overlord. You aren't particularly strong. You aren't practically strong. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. I mean, small. Your job is to stand guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree, and they agree that she is a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned to an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Let's not! You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably that there's nothing to do. They all look really pissed at me. The others nod but don't seem convinced. You say a coup d'etat? A coup something, I don't know what that is, would be more effort than it's worth. Oh my lord. But you are still gonna be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to a nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Tell her to quit yelling. Dude, calm your tits. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she's started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? That's actually kind of funny. If demons and humans are independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? He's just pondering all of this, and this bitch is, like, going on, like, talking his ear off, and he's like, dude, I really don't give a shit. Like, the maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. It sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologized for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends ever considered overthrowing her. Dipshit. She gives you a look and you say, that was just a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. Yeah, no shit. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened? I don't know. By the sounds of battle. Oh shit. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! Save yourself. Fucking run, dude. You look around at the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad not to be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life far away from humans or demons, where you'll live peacefully alone in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserter underling. Reset the stage. Oh wow. I got two. We'll do hungry? Right, skip. Oh, she was surprisingly cool with it. Nice. You set out on your adventure outside the castle. A change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you take your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. And I will gobble her up. I will eat her alive. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought, and feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. I think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Let's put on a show. Because I'm hungry. You attack the nearest human. He's old and weak. And his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams grow louder. Applause. And you think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. Oh hey, here's the hero. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running toward you. Holy shit! He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. Performer underling end. Reset the stage. Oh, that's fantastic. We're gonna do disloyal this time. Skip. Tell her to quit yelling. Skip. They seem to be getting along fine, so you decide to it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find Hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. Avenge my comrades. Who does that guy think he is? Coming here and killing everyone like some maniac. What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving a sword into the guard, who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kind of down. You liked that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. Oh shit. You bite into him, tearing his flesh from his bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him, as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Victorious underling? Nice. We're getting a lot done for underling. Okay, that didn't unlock anything new. So we're gonna do neither of these yet and do maiden. You're maiden. You live in the peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. She looks so fucking dumb. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the Overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. I mean, I suppose. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? Ah, yes, let's pray at church. That's the solution. You are in church and you pray to your God, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You were impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you would understand the role better if you were to just hurry it up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon. Just to, see what happens. Not too long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Hi, nice to meet you. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. Oh yeah, he did not give 7 shades of shit. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. Ah yes. Look at her. Excuse me. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. Excuse me. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or do anything else that would that would agitate the humans. She's wearing less clothes than I thought she was. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that the demons would one day seek you out and something awful would happen, then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maidenlike enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk to her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you. And little by little, you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero after them. You realize that must be why you'd never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but Ooh, it's gay. Wait a minute, it's gay. Wait a minute. I love it. It's gay. But it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really, they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Oh my god, she's flirting with her! That's so cute! Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect... You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with with this overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. But then, a hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by a dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon, too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The Overlord has walked past the hero and out into the hall. She's wailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. You watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord, who you had just been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you have been deceived by her sweet words. Demons are ruthless monsters, after all. You somehow manage to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. What the fuck? The escaped Maiden A. Is there a different story if I go to friggin' the Overlords? Skip. Grant them the day off. Yep. There's a knock at the door. You weren't expecting company. It's a maiden from the nearby village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. Bitch, what? like, look at her face. She's like, you really? You think I'm some monster that's just coming to kidnap you? What the fuck? You appreciate her honesty, but you regret to inform her you never had any plans of capturing any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think you think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks at you. She looks into your eyes. This may be the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Let her stay for a while. You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. It's so cute, and then it's depressing as shit. You enjoy a nice chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. That sounds incorrect. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as to not agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. The flirty face! Oh my god! Don't look at me like that. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck that was. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. Ah, that's so gay! You notice the sounds of battle have started ringing it through the castle walls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underlings roughhousing. No big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He is covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about your castle has really taken it out of you. That hero did this? There's so much blood. Why did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing. But you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. Give me a minute, I'm acting, and I need a minute to just process what's happening. I actually started crying. Holy shit. Okay. Woo! We're gonna get back into this. You have had it with these humans, always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back, and you lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You were alone. Wow! Holy shit! That was a lot. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit. Oh, antisocial. That's interesting. Tells me to leave, yeah. I'll play the maiden, and the thing is hungry now. Shit. I lost some popcorn pieces, but it's okay. I'm gonna introduce myself again, because I'm polite. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from a village, and the demon suddenly jumps on you and starts biting a lot. How painful. This plan of yours was completely stupid. You think, why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault, for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate. You guess. Bit by bit, You are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. Interesting. Okay, so I haven't done anything with the hero, but I think 7 endings is good for one video, considering what all I just went through emotionally. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all so much for watching. No. You know what? I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna do it with the hero, and we're gonna see what happens. You are the hero. Am I? Because the way I just read most of that, I did not seem like the fucking hero. You like to think of yourself as... Hold on. Okay, it is polite. Okay, cool. You are the hero, you think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You were told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped. Oh my god, what did she write in that letter? And is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle, who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out. You don't get it. You are happy to protect the townspeople, though you are born to play this role. Sorry, though you were born to play this role. I don't know how to speak. You head off to your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Flee like a coward. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero. Excuse me. You're a hero after all. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are forced with an army of demons that all... You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ask if they'll let you in. This man is large. Why is he large? Anyway, you go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here, and they stare you down, and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you, and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and Maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You look at... Excuse you. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Ask the maiden what's going on. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured, and that she came here on her own volition. I know how to speak. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks. You turn your head and ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. You can't help but feel relieved you got the maiden out. Got the maiden out of there when you did, but she suddenly takes off toward the burning castle. Panic sets in, and you follow, trying to stop her. The smoke is so thick, you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No. Going in there would be suicide. You'll return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. She very much was fucking not. She very much was fucking not. But sure. Holy shit, I unlocked 3 for that one. Okay, well. That seems like a way to end this, I guess. Yeah, wait a minute. Is this... Can I look at... Oh, shit! Oh... Yes, I have a way to find all the things! Fuck yeah. Bad End 1 was wrathful, and Bad End 2 was conquered. Okay. Oh, we got 3 bad ends for... the Demon Underling. It was Performer, Deserter, and Victorious. We've got 2 bad endings for Maiden, which was Consumed and Escaped. And then we've only got 1 for Hero, which was Bystander. Okay, well. Yes, I would like to exit the theater. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. It is going to be a new series alongside Sims, Inscription, and Gone Home. I have to remember all of the series that I'm doing. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, have a magical evening, and good night.